Squad? MizzyWorld Entertainment is back to present another episode of MadMizzy Sports in the AM. And we here with a Turkey Day episode. First off, gotta say, starting off with happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to all the Mad Mizzy Sports, MizzyWorld Entertainment fans out there, man. Hope y'all have a blessed day today, getting around the family, getting some good food in, and just appreciating life, love, and laughter. You dig what I'm saying? And of course, most of all, football. You dig what I'm saying? We got to be appreciative of the sport of football. You dig what I'm saying? So happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, whatever the case may be. And let's get right into this episode. Y'all know where we start off typically on a Thursday episode, and that's going back to Monday, recapping my Monday predictions. And I took the Carolina Panthers over my San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. And I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. If I knew that Brock Purdy was going to come out there and play like the way he did, throwing 3 first half interceptions, I would have felt even more confident in my predictions. But the Panthers, they still young. They still got Bryce Young, who's still young, who wanted to basically cancel out Brock Purdy interceptions with 2 interceptions of his own. You dig what I'm saying? Dave Canales, he's a young coach. He didn't want to go out there and run Rico Dowd and Chuba Hubbard, even though they averaging 6 yards a pop, only giving them 13 carries, even though it was a 1-possession game, damn near the whole game. Dave Canales, I have no idea what you're doing. You dig what I'm saying? Especially take notes from Kyle Shanahan, bro. My man came out that first drive and said, Christian McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey, and guess what? Some more Christian McCaffrey. You dig what I'm saying? So until somebody shows you that they can stop it, you run it, run it, run it. You dig what I'm saying? You look at this stat line, man. 3 first half interceptions. You get 1 in the red zone, and you come out on the goal line, first play, you doing a play action rollout. I don't know why that was their favorite play. The entire Monday Night Football was that play action rollout with Bryce Young. All game, that's all they was running. Even though, like I said, Rico Dowd was averaging 6 yards a pop, and Chuba Hubbard was averaging 5 yards a pop. It made absolutely no sense to me. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm looking at that, and I'm just in utter shock. Like, what are they thinking? And am I just smarter than these GMs and these coaches out here, bro? Because even like I said with the Texans and the Seahawks game, a couple of early in the Thursday night football matchup game, I'm like, why are they going out there trying to sling the rock against the Seattle Seahawks when your offensive line is horrific? You feel what I'm saying? Run the ball, shorten the game, and rely on that defense. You dig what I'm saying? That's what the Carolina Panthers should have did. They should have ran. If they don't get the touchdown, guess what? We kicking a field goal. We getting some points off of these turnovers. 3 points off of 3 interceptions? That's unacceptable as an NFL football team. Unacceptable. You dig what I'm saying? And my Niners, we got the 2 interceptions, and we turned them right into what? 14, 10 points? 10 points, I believe. So you can't go out there and run or just not take advantage of turnovers. 3 first half interceptions should easily have y'all at least tied going into half. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all down 7, get the ball at half. Y'all come out, y'all run it twice and then throw it again. Y'all start throwing it all over the yard. I just don't get it. Y'all haven't been an efficient throwing, passing team this entire year. Y'all been a good running team the entire year. Just didn't make any sense to me. But let's get over to my San Francisco 49ers. And I just feel bad for Christian McCaffrey because he's the entire offense, man. And he'd be taking some hits. Like I said, that first drive, he had like 10 touches. It was run, throw it to him. Run, throw it to him, run, throw it to him, run. All right, 1 pass to Kittle. No, then they had the 1 pass to Juwan Jennings. He scored the end of the play at the end of the series and all that. But the whole drive was Christian McCaffrey carrying them down the field, taking huge hits. Whop, whop, whop. I'm gonna predict this. This is gonna be Christian McCaffrey's last great season. Now, he might surprise me and be ultra world and recover from this, but I just can't see it happening because at the end of the day, for us to even continue to make this playoff push, he's gonna have to take on a huge burden. And what we still got 6 games left? We still got 5, 6 games left of him taking that type of punishment. That's unfair for us to ask that of him. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have a number 1 wide receiver. We keep talking about Ricky Pearsall. He don't. I mean, where you at, bro? Where you at? You feel what I'm saying? Juwan Jennings is the number 1 leading outside receiver. I think he had 5 receptions. That ain't cutting it as a number 1. That ain't BA a couple years ago. I tell you that. That ain't Brandon Ayuk a couple years ago. That ain't Debo Smith in his prime. You dig what I'm saying? So I just looked at it and I felt bad for him, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like I know he's willing to do whatever it takes to win, but bro, he is taking a pounding out there, bro. And he's not a big back. He's not a big back at all. So listen, man, you see 24 carries, 7 receptions. They trying to get it to him more than that. He got to pick up blitzes. It's ridiculous what we're asking of Christian McCaffrey, and this is all because Brock Purdy only had 1 game this season that he started in which he hasn't thrown multiple interceptions. First game against the Seahawks, 2 interceptions. He got hurt. He was out for a couple weeks. First game back against the Jags, 2 interceptions. He gets hurt again, out a couple weeks, comes back 2 weeks ago against the Arizona Cardinals. Tried to throw a few interceptions, but the Cardinals was like, nah, bro, chill. We good, bro. We good on the turnovers. You dig what I'm saying? Had a clean game, then comes back on Monday night against the Carolina Panthers and throws 3 first-half interceptions. Could have easily been 4 had Buddy just caught that high pass to George Kittle down the seam at the end of the first half. Could have easily been 4 first-half interceptions. And they trying to make up for, oh, well, he just seeing it late and this, that, and his arm strength is below average. That's why he threw 3 first-half interceptions. His timing is off. He's not that player that y'all thought he was. Everybody's not Tom Brady, bro. He 6 foot Tom Brady, a good 6'4", bro. You feel what I'm saying? Played in the Big Ten. This is why we put so much stress on which conference you played in, because you're going to play up against top tier competition and top tier coaching. You get what I'm saying? You playing in the Big 12 where they don't play no defense, and you still a 7th round pick. Don't bode well for me. Especially once I said the NFL catches up to you in your tendencies. They know he loves to eat in the middle of the field because he can't throw to the outside. Period. Sit on the inside because that's where we know he's going to eat at. He can't throw outside the hashes. He's going to throw in the middle of the field, in the clutter that joint, and you're going to get some tips and some interceptions, bro. Period. And we've seen that play out throughout the entirety of the season. So, I'm not high on my San Francisco 49ers. We got to win. That's cool and all that. But I'm not here for that, bro. We're not a top contender in that NFC. We're not beating the Green Bay Packers. We're not beating the Detroit Lions. We're not beating probably the Chicago Bears. You feel what I'm saying? We're not beating the Philadelphia Eagles. We're probably not even beating the Dallas. Well, I ain't going to say that because we always spank the Dallas Cowboys. You know, they a little soft and we just run it down their throat. Christian McCaffrey fuck around have a career game against the Dallas Cowboys. But we're not beating these top tier teams in the NFC. We not. You dig what I'm saying? So it's disappointing to me, man. Yeah, we getting the wins, but I don't think that we're a top contender in the NFL. Especially with no Fred Warner and no Nick Bosa on defense. Yeah, we look good against Bryce Young. Like I said, he's still young. And Dave Canales, that's still young. They out there just running boots all game. Bro, run the rock, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Test that run defense that clearly wasn't holding up. Every time they ran the ball, Chuba Hubbard, they getting 5-6 yards before they even get touched. Dave Canales like, all right, run the boot again. Only getting 3 yards because every time they ran the boot, I never seen them complete a pass on it. Anytime they got positive yards, it was Bryce Young getting around the edge and then running out of bounds. That was their positive plays on that boot play. So I'm not high on my San Francisco 49ers at all right now. And they should have lost that game. Point blank, period. There's no way you have 3 first-half interceptions and you give up, 5 yards a pop on the ground and you lose that game. Unless you're going up against an incompetent team. And that's what the Carolina Panthers are, with them being still so young. I think I'm a little early on them. Next year, they probably going to be a super duper big problem just because Xavier Legette going to grow. T-Mac dropping passes left and right, so he got to get his hands more consistent. You dig what I'm saying? And Bryce Young, he has more growing to do. As much as he's done grown since his first 2 years, he's still got a lot more growing to do. So I'm probably just a little early on the Panthers, but my San Francisco 49ers, they still haven't shown to me to be a top contender in the NFC. And damn sure not the NFL. You dig what I'm saying? So, listen, man, good win. Or I ain't even going to say good win. Lucky win. Lucky win for my Niners, honestly, if you ask me. Let's move on to some college football news, some huge news, man, that we got to touch on, man. Congratulations to Marshall Faulk going down there, taking the Southern University job to become another HBCU head coach. with a big name. You get what I'm saying? Marshall Faulk being the great running back that played at San Diego State University, got drafted by the Indianapolis Colts, played with Peyton Manning, then went over to the St. Louis Rams, was the key cog in the greatest show on turf with Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, had Trent Green at first, then it went over to Kurt Warner. For him to go down there, take that job at Southern University, being from New Orleans, that's just great for college football, HBCUs, and the community, the black community, the positive black community, not the community that argue about who really killing people and who really selling drugs. And no, the positive black community that hold people accountable and want to push education and unification of not just our community, but the world. You dig what I'm saying? So congrats. Tip my hat to Marshall Falcon. Good luck, brother. Let's move on though, man. Let's move on. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I know y'all trying to get busy out here. I know y'all trying to get y'all grub on, man. Geno Smith apologizes, man, for flipping off the bird at the end of the game with the Cleveland Browns. And if you're a Las Vegas Raiders fan, I see why you booing. My man out here stinking it up, man. 13 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 29.3 QBR, man. You should be apologizing for your play. You get what I'm saying? The previous week, you try to make it seem like, oh, well, they just blaming me for everything. No, bro, you stinking it up. Even if the offensive line is bad, take the sacks and don't commit the turnovers like Caleb Williams last year. Caleb Williams ain't throw a bunch of interceptions. He was just taking a bunch of sacks behind that terrible offensive line. You dig what I'm saying? So if it's the offensive line, hold on to the rock. You're a veteran quarterback. You know the most valuable thing on the football field is the football, bro. You can't get a ball up. You can't turn the ball over left and right. You can't have as many interceptions as you do touchdowns, bro. In what, your 10th, 11th year? What are you doing, bro? And then you flipping the bird to the fans like they don't deserve to be frustrated. Like y'all didn't hype up this team. Oh, we got Tom Brady. He's a part owner. We got a new stadium. We in Vegas. We got Geno Smith. We got Pete Carroll. We got Ashton Genty. Barely use him. Geno Smith stinking it up. Pete Carroll looked like he old as dirt. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he lost his fastball. He forgot how to coach. You dig what I'm saying? So, Geno Smith, go out there and apologize for your play, bro. Because you're still a highly paid quarterback in the NFL and you stinking it up, bro. It's pitiful. I'm watching that game. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody want to get a credit to Shador. Now, I know you got Myles Garrett on the other side, and that man is a monster. You dig what I'm saying? But Geno missing passes left and right, bro. He ain't making it hard on them dudes at all. You feel what I'm saying? He made it real easy on them dudes. So I know it's got to be disappointing as a Vegas Raiders fan. They have every right to be upset about what's going on in Las Vegas right now. And Geno Smith has to take accountability. When you're the head of the team, when you're the quarterback, you're the highest paid player on the team, you have to take accountability, bro. 13 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, bro. That's horrible, bro. That's horrible. You feel what I'm saying? I know I look at Vegas Raiders games when I put in a parlay league. What's the over-under on Geno Smith interceptions? 0.5? Oh, I'm putting that in the over. He going to throw at least one interception. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm disappointed at him. I'm pretty sure the fan base is disappointed at him. And like I said earlier, he reverted back. He's back to a pumpkin. He's back to a bust. He's back to bust Geno. You can't be a bust and 4 out of 5 stops have a good stretch with the Seahawks and think that that's your career. Nah, your career is those terrible games that you played everywhere else. You dig what I'm saying? With the Giants, with the Jets, and then now with the Vegas Raiders. I forgot who else he was playing, who he was backing up before he got to Seattle, but he was bouncing around the NFL as a backup before he got to Seattle. So listen, Geno, you need to apologize to the fans for your play, man. We understand your frustration, but how do you not understand the fans' frustration, bro? Because I'm pretty sure them tickets ain't cheap down there in Vegas to go to Alliance Stadium. I guarantee that. And we going in there and seeing y'all barely giving the ball to Ashton Genty, just slinging a rock around with Geno Smith, who missing wide receivers left and right. Y'all gave up on Jacoby Myers. He go right over to Jacksonville. He balling, snapping out. You did what I'm saying? Had Devontae Adams. He left. So yeah, man, Vegas, y'all gotta get it together, man. Because again, the Raiders are one of the top 10 fan bases in the NFL. There's Raiders fans all over. Raiders Nation is all over, man. And they haven't been good in since Jerry was there. You know what I'm saying? Since the early 2000s, since Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and Jerry Rice and Charles Woodson, bro. That was the last time they was consistently good, bro. So John Gruden and them. You know what I'm saying? Bill Callahan and them. That's a long time, bro. I'm talking about the first John Gruden stint. You know what I'm saying? Not the second one where he got fired. And bring John Gruden back in the NFL, man. Bring him back into the NFL, dog. Y'all definitely had some personal vendetta against John Gruden for all those leaks of the emails, but only John Gruden shit was the one that was released to the public. And specific emails about John Gruden released to the public. You know, the racist ones, the sexist ones, and all that. We know that the NFL talking like that all over. But they wanted to put a focus on John Gruden. For whatever reason, I have no idea. You dig what I'm saying? But we know that's common practice. That's common conversation. You dig what I'm saying? I don't think that makes him a racist at all. I just think that he was trying to be funny and it was not funny. You dig? So the NFL is definitely sexist, though. If you don't think that, then you ain't been paying attention to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That's just all over. Let's move on, though, man. Let's move over to the NBA before we get into the entree of the show, and that is Thanksgiving Day football. You dig what I'm saying? Is SGA the most dominant player in the past 10 years in the NBA? And yes, without a doubt, right now, because if he continues the way he's going to win unanimous MVP, and that'll be the first time in exactly 10 years since Steph did it in 2015, 2016. It's 2025 going into 2026. SGA has played 11 of 18 fourth quarters. They are 18-1. They haven't had Jalen Williams ain't even playing yet. J-Dub ain't even playing, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Last night, 40 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Come on, man. On the season, 32.6 points per game, 4.9 rebounds a game, 6.6 assists a game, bro. And he's not playing in the fourth quarter just like Steph wasn't 10 years ago, man. This dude is utterly dominant. For Gilbert Arenas to go up there and try to, all NBAs when it comes to Luka. And, bro, Luka is not touching SGA right now. I don't care what you want to go back to. He ain't got no finals MVP. He ain't got no MVP. He ain't got no championship, bro. He damn sure ain't got no conference. Well, he might have a conference MVP. He might have won that 2 years ago. But still, he ain't got no MVP. He ain't got no finals MVP. And he ain't got no ring. Luka Doncic is not touching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Nikola Jokic not touching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now, bro. We have to give credit where credit is due. Please, Converse, get those sneakers back in the stock because I damn sure want a pair of those Shea ones. You dig what I'm saying? And Ant, focus on getting better and more competitive against this team because it seems like every time they step on the floor, they stomping y'all out, bro. And he putting a mud hole in your ass, bro. And then walking off calm. You know what I'm saying? Walking off like it wasn't nothing. Like he ain't break a sweat, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just highly impressed by Shea. And I just feel like we got to put more emphasis and more appreciation on the results, man. This dude, the Oklahoma City Thunder are 18-1. Their second best player hasn't even played all season. Shea isn't playing in the fourth quarters. This dude is dominating, bro. This dude is in another realm right now. This man is Neo in the Matrix. He is the one, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it's time to give credit where credit is due. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander deserves all the credit in the world for the way he's just performing right now, man. It's been an utterly dominant season for him right now. The most dominant season I've seen since Steph Curry in 2015, 2016. Since prime LeBron, that second year with the Heat. You dig what I'm saying? When he lost, after he lost to the Mavs and he came back and he said, I'm going to get me a ring this year. Y'all got me fucked up. That's what SGA looked like, bro. He looked like prime Steph, prime LeBron, and with the Heatles. That's what Shea looked like, bro. And it's time for us to truly, truly put an appreciation on what this kid is doing right now, man. Because this shit don't happen too often, man. Where you this dominant, this efficient, this shit don't happen too often, man. Credit has to be given where credit is due. You dig? Now let's get into the meat and the meat of the show, and that is Thanksgiving Day football. You dig what I'm saying? We finally coming around to the teams that are typically playing on Thanksgiving being good teams, man. Let's start it off, man. We got the Packers at the Lions. Lions favored by 2.5 points. I'm looking at this game, man, and the Lions to me, they just been struggling the past two games. They lost to the Eagles, even though I felt like they were okay, but I mean, y'all didn't come. Y'all went 0 for 6 on fourth downs, 0 for 6 on fourth down. So I think that's a sign of lack of execution and a lack of value in points. And I feel like coming into December, January, you have to start to value these points. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with the Packers in this game. I got the Packers sweeping the Lions this season because they already beat them in the first week of the season. You look at the Detroit Lions, they whole offensive line out. They center, he's out. Panay Sewell, he's questionable. They guard Ragnar, questionable. Their other guard, questionable. They literally, you look at their injury report, is center is out, and then guard questionable. Other tackle questionable. So it's like going up against the the Green Bay Packers, who have the fifth ranked scoring defense right now, and the way that this dude Micah Parsons was playing and took over that game last week, he about to play on Thanksgiving today on a winning team, a team that got Super Bowl aspirations, and then they got shredded up by Jameis Winston. So I feel like Jordan Love about to come in here and put on a show in Detroit. It might be close, who knows? But they giving me 2.5 points with the Green Bay Packers and the fifth ranked scoring defense in the NFL with a banged up offensive line for the Detroit Lions. Yeah, give me the Green Bay Packers and give me I must say give me a we gonna keep it simple. We gonna go with a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. Anytime touchdown. And we're gonna take the Packers with the numbers, with the spread, You dig what I'm saying? With the 2.5 points. You're gonna give me 2.5 points with the fifth ranked scoring defense and a banged up offensive line for the Detroit Lions. I know I just said that, but I gotta reiterate. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Give me the Lions. I mean, give me the Packers and give me a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. You dig what I'm saying? Let's move on where we got the Dallas Cowboys who clawed up out of the nooks of the crops. You feel what I'm saying? To be 5-5-1. And listen, man, with the Eagles being what 8-3, something like that, they better win tomorrow. They better win tomorrow because I feel like the Cowboys, they still gonna lose today. I told y'all I ain't taking this team. They not a real team, bro. I don't trust them. They just won their Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles, coming back, having the greatest comeback in franchise history on their arch rival. I think they're gonna come in a little too confident, and I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs barely pulling out a win against the Indianapolis Colts, who the Indianapolis Colts are just an overall better team than the Dallas Cowboys have been this year. I think they're gonna come in a lot more revved up. They're giving the Dallas Cowboys 3.5 points at home, but I'm gonna still take the Kansas City Chiefs to cover that 3.5 point spread. I think they'll win by 7 to 10 points. I got a big game for Rashee Rice, and I think the Dallas Cowboys and their 21st ranked run defense will give up some plays to Kareem Hunt. So I'm gonna go with a Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown, and I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win and cover their spread. I mean, like I said, I don't feel like the Dallas Cowboys are a serious football team. I feel like they show up like they did last week. They didn't show up in the first half, then they showed up in the second half, and I don't know if they're gonna show up today. So I'm not gonna take a team that I can't rely on to be consistent and show up consistently. So I'm gonna go with the team that I know is gonna show up, that has to show up if they want to make the playoffs. They can't lose to the Dallas Cowboys and expect to make the playoffs in that AFC. That's the Kansas City Chiefs. They just can't do it. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, give me the Kansas City Chiefs to cover that spread and a Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. Steve Spagnuolo gonna have a crazy game plan for the Dallas Cowboys to slow down George Pickens and to get after Dak Prescott. That's the way you're going to slow down the Cowboys, is just to get after Dak Prescott. And I feel like Steve Spagnuolo is one of the best in the game. Or I don't feel like it. We all know Steve Spagnuolo is one of the best in the game at devising game plans to get after the quarterback. So I think he'll get after Dak Prescott. We'll probably get a turnover from Dak Prescott, whether it be a strip sack, fumble, or an interception. And I think that the Kansas City Chiefs will cover that spread. Now we got the nightcap, man. We got the night. Oh dang, I ain't even give y'all that ticker. But we got the nightcap, and Joe Cool is back. I don't know why. They 3-8 in the basement of the AFC North, man. And that offensive line still garbage, bro. Like I just don't get why you would bring him back when you're not going to make the playoffs and have him behind that bad offensive line. Again, the offensive line ain't getting no better since week 2 when he was running around and had a turf toe so bad that he was out for 3 months. You dig what I'm saying? My man ain't played since week 2. He ain't played football since week 2. The Ravens defense is getting better and better as the year goes on. They going up against the best safety in the game and Kyle Hamilton. That man gonna be all over Joe Burrow ass, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So they giving the Bengals 7 points, but I think the Ravens gonna cover that spread. I feel like, listen, bro, he coming back. He must think y'all sweet. He must think y'all soft. He must think y'all not the Baltimore Ravens to say I'm gonna come back from my turf toe on the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all go out there, y'all show him why his ass should have sat out another week and possibly came back next week because you ain't winning tonight and they gonna harass your ass all night in Baltimore. You dig what I'm saying? So Baltimore, go out there, prove me to be right. Bengals got the 32nd ranked defense, 32nd in pass, 31st in run. They garbage on defense. They gonna give up a bunch of plays. This is a get right game for my boy Lamar Jackson. So I'm going with Lamar Jackson over on the passing touchdowns, which is 1.5. I got him going for at least 2 passing touchdowns today. Rashard Bateman back in the lineup. That's going to help open up that offense for not only Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry, and Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers. It's going to open it up for Zay Flowers. You feel what I'm saying? So I see Zay Flowers having a good game. Rashard Bateman going to be back. I don't know how ready he'll be, but I know that's going to open up that offense a lot more with that speed because he's a solid number 2. What he had 9 touchdowns last year. That's a lot of production to be missing on the field. You dig? So yeah, man, give me Lamar Jackson and over on the passing touchdowns, which is 1.5. So I got him going for at least 2 passing touchdowns. And this is a get right game against that garbage Bengals defense. I don't know why Joe Burrow is rushing back. I think he'll struggle against this defense and just not being on the field in the past 2.5 months, 3 months. So yeah, man. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to cover the spread and give me the over on the Lamar Jackson passing touchdowns. That's my episode. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to all the fans. New skit out right now. If you can tell which movie I was motivated by in my new skit, let me know. Once the hoodies come out, you'll get a free hoodie. There's a lot going on, man. Your boy is working. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the fans. And I hope y'all have a great day. I will be back tomorrow with a Black Friday special because we got a game coming on. And I want to give my prediction for the game. And y'all know who I'm rocking with, man. Y'all know how it go, man. Y'all know how it go, man. So y'all know how we rocking. We'll be back tomorrow to recap a crazy slate of Thanksgiving Day games, break down Black Friday game of the Philadelphia Eagles at the Chicago Bears, and to predict the game of Ohio State at Michigan. Let's get it. Have a great day. Enjoy the games. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Squad! Like, comment, share, subscribe, alert. Y'all know what it is. Gang.